I actually don't know if it has sunk in yet. I didn't sleep that Saturday night just because of travel logistics and all that. So I, went to sleep for the first time on Sunday night, and it was pretty surreal. Woke up and I was like, was that a dream? Did that just really happen? But yeah, super exciting. I've gotten an overwhelming amount of support from the players and just people I know, and just very grateful for literally this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
You just mentioned you've gotten a lot of support from some of the players and others around you. What has maybe been the most impactful message or that you've gotten from someone after accomplishing what you've done?
A lot of the ladies that are already in the Hall of Fame reached out, and especially somebody like Nancy Lopez. Every time I see her, she gives me good vibes, always words of wisdom, and for somebody like her to take me under her wing and support me, it means a lot. But there's just been so many people, like Meg and Beth said they had cried watching me, and it means a lot. And I've seen some of my good friends here as well, so yeah, it's pretty surreal. I was talking to one of the moms yesterday and nearly brought tears to my eyes again. And I think as a player and somebody that's involved, we all know how hard it is. So it's we're all going on this journey together. And for so many of the people that I play alongside and see them to support me like this, it means a lot. And I think that's the most grateful thing of all of this.
Just a couple more from me before we open it up to the media here. Just what is it, how does it feel to have Hall of Famer next year, part of your title now, and what does the Hall of Fame in particular, mean to you?
Yeah, super cool. Molly gave me the warmest welcome to the Hall of Fame on that Saturday. And, I think I've said multiple times before, I didn't really think I was capable of getting in any sort of Hall of Fame. And to say that now I've gotten the Hall of Fame, at my sport, and something that has given me already so much. It's surreal, and I know all the ladies and legends that are in the Hall of Fame. They are the greats, and they kind of led this pathway for us to have this kind of opportunity. So to say that I'm part of that kind of history book is really cool. And I think I almost need a few weeks off to really take everything in of all of this. It's been in my backpack. I haven't gotten the case yet, so I haven't been able to fully treasure it very well, but it's right there now. So
it's nice to be able to sort of look at that, and then it's real, isn't it, when you look at that?
I actually haven't looked at it in a couple of days. I looked at, I think when I was flying with it, it was weird to kind of take it out, because not everybody knows that I'm an athlete nor an Olympian, or that I had won a medal. So it's kind of awkward at times. I don't really want to, I don't feel like it's bragging, but I have to, and it's just, I haven't seen it. We took it out this morning to bring it out here, but I haven't seen my Rio or Tokyo Olympic medals since the day I got it either. So yeah, now that I have 3, I think I need to find a good place to kind of put them all together. One of my coaches were asking me, then what's your goal now? Even if it's a small goal, and I said it would be really, really cool to win, a major championship before I'm done competitively playing. I don't exactly know when that time is, but I think it's good to have another goal, and that's definitely a goal of mine. And if it happens next week, I'd be pretty shocked to say, especially because it's 2 of the biggest events, in my season. So yeah, I don't know if or when that opportunity is going to come, but I would love to be more in contention and kind of enjoy being in that kind of a situation. You know, I think golf returned to the Olympics in 2016 in over 100 years, and we had some unusual circumstances with Zika and COVID in the past 2 games, and this one is kind of the first one where it's back to normal. You know, we had 30,000 fans every year, and I think it was truly a celebration of sport, and finally where golf was, you know, fully, you know, integrated into the games. So I do hope that many more juniors, you know, get inspired not only by myself, but by seeing the games and get the dream of them hoping to become an Olympian and represent their country one day. And you know, playing in the Olympics and representing New Zealand was, you know, one of the biggest honors of my life. And I think it's definitely a big dream that I think many juniors, not golfers, but in other sports, should you know, dream of becoming. Because if I can do it, they can do it too, for sure.
Sorry if I've missed this one. Have you set a sort of a date for when you retire? Have you got a goal in mind for when you finish in golf? Or
I always said 30, but I said 30 like 10 years ago, and I don't even know why I said 30 at that point. I have bad days and good days, and, you know, bad days I want to quit that day, and then good days you feel like you know, you could go and do this forever, and it feels like that moment's going to last forever. I personally don't know when that ending point is, but I obviously have set another goal for myself, so I'm not just like cluelessly playing on tour. You know, even if I was to stop today, like, I'm obviously very grateful for everything that has happened in my career so far, but I haven't really set an end date yet, but it's something that I need to think a lot about, and it's definitely not just an overnight thought, I guess. Yeah.